Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mackie and I hope you're all having a great day today. We are on day number 21 of 25 days of Christmas. And I don't know if it's just me, but this December has just flown by, and I said the same thing about October. This entire year has just flown by. I feel like everything just gets mushed all together. But we only have 4 days left of 25 days of Christmas and it is sad. But there's something that isn't sad, something exciting, and that is we have a winner for the surfboard giveaway. I'm so excited to announce this. So I tried to go through all the comments and pick a winner myself, but honestly, I just couldn't make a decision. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to give it to everyone. So I'd read a comment and be like, oh my gosh, I want to give it to them. And then I'd go down to the next comment and be like, oh my gosh, wait, I want to give it to them. And so I literally wanted to give it to everyone, but I couldn't. So I couldn't make that decision. So I did a random generator, and here's that clip. Okay guys, I'm still in bed, but the time has come to pick the winner of the surfboard giveaway. And yeah, this isn't my room if anyone's wondering. I'm actually in my mom's room because I'm getting some work done in my room right now. My sliding door broke, so they're repairing it in there, so that's why I'm laying in here. So I am using this random generator. Okay, let's do it. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous but excited. All right, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, who's it gonna be? No way! No way! Chris, you won! That's so awesome. Chris, you won this surfboard! That's crazy. So, just a quick fun fact. Chris was one of my first followers on TikTok ever, and he's commented on like every single one of my videos, supported me from literally I had like 10 followers when he started following me. So he's always been like a big supporter of mine and has helped me out. So I'm happy it's going to you, Chris. You deserve it. So thank you so much for always supporting me like you have. For everyone who entered, I want to say thank you so much for entering the giveaway, and I'm sorry you didn't win, but there will definitely be more giveaways like this in the future, so don't worry. So congratulations, Chris. I am so happy that you get this surfboard, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you didn't win this one, there's always next time, but thank you all so much for entering and supporting me. With all that being said, let's get into today's video. Today is a very special day. If you aren't aware, we're moving into the age of Aquarius, also known as we're entering into 5D, which is fifth dimensional. So we have been in 3D, three-dimensional, for a really long time now. So basically, Jupiter and Saturn are aligning today. They are coming within 0.1 degrees of each other, which is going to be a double planet, and this is the first time this has happened in 800 years. It's also been called the Great Conjunction, and the planets haven't been this close to each other in 400 years. So there's a lot going on. So where I'm at today is the 21st of December. So actually, when these two planets are coming together, we're gonna be able to see it, which is really cool. So wherever you are, I hope this video goes up in time, but if you go outside and look southwest about 30 minutes after the sun is setting, you're gonna be able to see these two planets cozied up next to each other. And NASA's calling it the Christmas star, which is gonna be super cool. But yeah, it's awesome because we're gonna be able to see this. It's going to be a big mass of Saturn and Jupiter, so it's gonna be really cool. So I hope this video goes up in time for everyone to see it. But yeah, that's gonna be really awesome. Now that we know what is happening today, let me tell you guys what this means. So for all of our lifespan, we have been in 3D, which is three-dimensional, what we are. So now with the age of Aquarius, the Great Conjunction, all of that, we as humans will be moving into 5D, five-dimensional. And you may have heard a little bit about this on TikTok. If you watch TikTok a lot, there's been many people talking about this subject, but I'm gonna tell you guys what it means and the changes that will happen from it. So me personally, I have been already experiencing these changes, and it's called ascending. So basically when you're ascending, you're moving from 3D ascending into 5D. There's a lot of symptoms and side effects you can have from this ascension process. But the kicker is that some people are going to remain in 3D while others ascend into 5D. And it basically just depends if you're mentally ready to take that step. If you're like more open-minded or intuitive, if you're an empath, psychic, medium, if you believe in this stuff, then you're more likely to be ascending into 5D. If you're in the type mindset where you're pretty laid back and whatever happens, happens. For example, during the pandemic, if you felt like very anxious about not being in control of the situation, it was really stressful for you having to stay home and not being able to go out and not being in control of the situation, then most likely those kind of people are going to remain in 3D. But if you've been very laid back and just the sort of mindset of whatever happens, happens, I can't control it, then you're more likely to be moving into 5D. I know it's really confusing, and this is just what I've heard. I'm not an expert on it whatsoever, but this is just what I've heard. So when I say 5D and 3D, I'm talking about spiritual dimensions. So when we're in 3D level of consciousness, it is represented a lot by fear, limitations, lack of interconnectedness, suffering. So basically what that means is, obviously for our generation and the lives we've lived, it's been a lot focused around people saying what you can and can't do. And not a lot of people had interconnectedness. But now when we're going to be moving into 5D, it's a lot of spiritual oneness. So basically it is coming to peace with who you are and loving yourself. It is loving others unconditionally. It is everyone coming together as one to be peaceful. Manifestations are going to happen a lot more quickly now. It's just a lot of spiritual stuff. The veil to the other side is going to be thinner. People are going to be more in tune with themselves and with the spiritual realm. The best way I can describe it is so for me, I'm an empath and very intuitive. So for me, it might mean that I might just be a little bit more intuitive and a little bit more empathic. I might see spirits more frequently now. And for someone who doesn't really experience any of this stuff at all, you're going to start noticing that you have a little bit more intuition. You have a little bit more care for other people. You'll start seeing the changes very slowly, but it just depends on who you are right now. So I'll just read this to you guys. The more people move into 5D, the more humans will experience oneness, radical forgiveness, unconditional love, manifestations at a faster rate, and feeling of being supported by energy as our dreams and purpose begins to unfold. So if you haven't noticed already, this past year, a lot of people have come together as one. So there's been a lot of people being torn apart, but then again, there's a lot of people who have been coming together as one for a greater good, for what they believe in. And this is really the first time we've seen something like this in our generation, at least. So for me personally, I've seen a lot of changes this past year, not just because of the pandemic, but a lot of other things. I've seen changes in our population of how people act. There's a lot more talks about spirituality. So basically, it's just going to be a good thing. People are going to come together for a greater good. There's going to be more world peace. There's going to be more forgiveness. Manifestations will happen faster. It's actually going to be really good. So some people are going to see major changes in their life, while others might not even notice a single difference. So it just depends on your mindset and what point you are in your life. But I'm going to tell you guys some of the signs and symptoms that you are ascending into 5D. And when I read this list, I literally almost passed out, because I have been experiencing every single symptom, like how I was talking about my anxiety and panic attacks and all that. I swear it's from ascending into 5D. I know it sounds crazy, but when I read these symptoms, it was literally me down to a T. And a lot of these symptoms are what would be triggering a panic attack, because I thought something was wrong with me. So I'm just gonna read this to you guys. But I will say, after I did both those rituals to get rid of that evil spirit, my anxiety and panic attack reduced a lot, but there's still symptoms that I was having that was triggering me to have anxiety and panic attacks. And most of those are on this list. So this is the list of physical and mental symptoms you may be experiencing if you're ascending into 5D. And I know this sounds crazy. I know that. So I'm not saying this is like 100%. So, all right, I'm just gonna read you guys these symptoms. First one, ringing in the ears as we learn to attune to the new frequencies. Ringing in the ears as we learn to attune to the new frequencies. And I'm not even kidding. I've been getting ringing in my ears for the past week, to the point where it was happening like every 30 minutes. My hearing would go out completely in this ear and then start ringing until it slowly came back all the way. I started to get really worried because I didn't know what was wrong with me, because I'd never experienced that. And then it'd do the same thing in the other ear, so my ears have just been ringing a lot lately. The next one is waking up at 2 to 4 a.m. when the veil between the physical and spiritual world becomes thinner. I don't know about you guys, but I've been waking up the past week every single morning at 2:30 on the dot for some reason. Usually I sleep completely through the night, so this was weird for me. Next one is dreaming vividly, particularly about people dying and having babies and loved ones on the other side. I've been having vivid dreams. I don't know about you guys. Okay, the next one I've been feeling a lot. Fatigue as you try to level up in the human body via the cells. Next one is headaches. I've been getting a lot of headaches and anxiety and panic attacks, thinking that I had something else because I was getting so many bad headaches. Okay, the next one is for women only. Your monthly cycle becomes more irregular than normal as our bodies fall into new rhythm. Next one is dehydration due to the energy and physical body working harder than normal. Yes, I've been dehydrated. Okay, this next one is what literally just really convinced me of it, because the past 5 days I've been complaining to my mom and getting like really anxious about this, and I've literally like had a breakdown about this because I didn't know what was wrong with me, and that is dizziness. And I have just been so dizzy lately for some reason, and I just like have to lay down because of how dizzy I am. And so that is one of the symptoms of this. So this is the point where I started believing in all of this. Oh, this next one as well. Vanishing objects and flickering whilst your eyes adjust to new vibrations of clairvoyance. I swear to you guys, the past week I will set something down, I will look away and look back and it's gone completely. And then I'll walk away and come back and it's right where I left it, and I'm thinking something's wrong with me, that I'm crazy. And also the flickering of your eyes means basically when you see something move out of the corner of your eye. That's how I perceive it. Like you're staring straight ahead, you see something move out of the corner of your eye. And that happens to me a lot anyway. But just the objects vanishing, I'm like, where are they going to? Teeth/toothache, and this is going to be linked to speaking truth, as we find we cannot help ourselves with voicing the truth according to our new being. I feel like this is gonna sound so fake, honestly, at this point, but I've been having the worst tooth pain ever. My mom just scheduled me a dentist appointment yesterday. Can this be a coincidence? I'm having like a midlife crisis. Next one, tingly in the body, similar to electrical charges where your cells are upgrading. This goes along with my dizziness. Whenever I've been dizzy, my arms and legs have been tingling like crazy. I'll just leave it at that. Next one is swinging appetite, as up-leveling can make you very hungry. I'm always hungry, so. Next, the last one is feeling cold and shivery as we try to regulate our temperature. In this one, the past week, I wish my mom was here so I could bring her in here for her to tell you guys. The past week, I have just been asking my mom to turn up the heater because I'm so cold to the point where I'm shivering, and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm just really cold for some reason, and my whole body will be shivering. And it's weird because me, out of all people, I think I've said this before, but I do not tolerate heat well. I am hot all the time. When it's cold outside, I'm still burning hot, and so I just run really hot, so I don't really get cold ever. And so the fact that I've been freezing cold and shaking, it was very strange. I thought I was getting a cold or something, and yeah. So those are most of the physical symptoms. I'm sure there's some other ones you can experience too, but those are most of the physical ones. Now for the mental symptoms. Emotional instability. If that ain't me, I don't know what is. And I am not like that usually. I'm usually very emotionless. I'm not an emotional person really, so I've just been really emotional lately. Next one is fear, anger, and sadness. Yeah, sounds about right. The next one is feeling homesick for a place you do not know and even lack of belonging in your current family and social dynamics. So I haven't experienced that one, but basically it means you feel homesick even though you might be home with your family. For some reason, you feel like you don't belong there. You feel like your home is somewhere else. And this is happens out of nowhere. So that's a strange one. All right, the next one is specifically for empaths. Extreme anxiety and panic attacks. That one just threw me because obviously I've been struggling with that for a while out of nowhere for no apparent reason. It's just crazy to me. It specifically says for empaths. I'll get into the empath story another time, but that just tripped me out. But also it helped calm me down because it made me realize that I'm not actually crazy or have something going on. There's all this stuff that's literally just like confirming why I'm having these issues. So that made me feel better. But okay, now that we know most of the symptoms, here's some ways you can manage it if you're feeling this uncomfortable process happening with you. Just try to meditate and take time to just be peaceful and calm yourself down. And another thing is, it was saying don't fight the symptoms, just let it happen, because the more you try to fight it, the harder it's going to be apparently. So don't try to fight it. Spend time in nature, go outside. A big one is make sure you get some exercise, walk around, even if you just walk around your neighborhood, do whatever, but exercise will help you relieve some of the tension. One of the big ones that I always say about everything is listen to your body. If your body's telling you just lay in bed all day, lay in bed all day. If your body's telling you get up and go on a run, go on a run. Just listen to your body because it knows what it's doing. So if you're going through this ascension process, you're gonna be feeling a lot more spiritual. You're gonna be having a lot more encounters with the other side, passed on loved ones. A lot of times they're gonna come to you in your dreams to give you a message. If a loved one or a spirit comes to you at all and they have a message for you, you don't need to take it completely literally. You can kind of dissect what it means to you, but apparently we're gonna be seeing a lot of that where the veil is thinner, so a lot more people are going to be having spiritual experiences like that. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm excited for that. I could just keep going on, but the moral of the story is we're moving into the age of Aquarius. The great conjunction with the planets is going on, and we're moving into 5D, where as a whole we're all going to become more peaceful. We're going to be there for each other more. Our manifestations are going to be faster. Overall, it's the best thing. It's what we need for how the world is right now, and that is why it's happening. So even if you don't believe in this stuff, that's okay. As long as we all come together and we can see some more peace from it, I'm okay with whatever happens, because we can't keep living like how we are living. So I'm ready for the great ascension. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really curious, and since this is going on today, I just want to bring it up and talk about it, talk about some of the stuff I've heard and read, and share it with you guys, and let you know if you're experiencing any of those symptoms, you're not crazy. It's actually just the solar system doing something weird to your body. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video there. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and a lot of what I say could have been wrong, so take it with a grain of salt. If you know more information than I do, or if I made any mistakes, comment them down below and let me know, because I'm still learning about all of this. None of it is factual. So yeah, I'm just sharing what I think I know. But if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notifications because we only have 4 days left of 25 days of Christmas, but I am still going to be posting after that, obviously. And don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. They are all linked down below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.